Okay.
Okay, welcome everyone. So there's just a little bit of housekeeping stuff that we want to do before we get started. As I mentioned, make sure that all of your phones and technology are off for this hour. Also, you might want to gather some props that you would need. You want to have a safe, quiet space that you're in, and you don't necessarily have to be on a yoga mat, but maybe a place where you can stretch out on a blanket. I would suggest having at least 1 or 2 pillows. One could be underneath your legs. The other could be under your head once we lie down and get settled. Here, I'll show you. I have a little space set up here for my daughter, Grace. So something kind of like that. And you can have candles or crystals or anything else you'd want around. We were just talking about having some quiet music in the background. You don't want anything with words or anything too distracting. So Yoga Nidra means yogic sleep, and it really comes from this idea that the yogis wanted to be as mindful as they can in every possible state of consciousness, from waking to meditation to even these levels of sleep, kind of like that moment when you're on the edge between sleep and wakefulness. That's the place that we're trying to get to here. So there might be a moment where you actually fall asleep. And given the fact that so many of us are tired and stressed out these days, if you fall asleep, that is okay. Let yourself fall asleep. You might hear my voice kind of in the distance, and that's all right. You can just go in and out. You want to try to stay awake, but don't fight. Don't struggle with it at all. Because the idea is that we really want to create an opportunity for your body to deeply heal itself and to access the autonomic nervous system, which helps to calm us and regulate all of the functions of our body. So we don't want to be in a state where we're struggling at all, physically or mentally. You want to be as comfortable as possible. So what we're going to do is start out with a little meditation, seated meditation, and then we'll move our bodies just a little bit to loosen them up before we go back to stillness, so that our stillness can be as comfortable as possible. If you're in any position that doesn't feel great to your body, you can always move and change. You don't have to do everything that I suggest. And if you're lying in stillness and you find that you really need to shift, absolutely shift. You can roll to your side, but you want to create as much relaxation and stillness as you can for this hour. Okay. So right now, come to a comfortable seat. You can sit on a cushion or a pillow in just a cross-legged position. And again, you don't have to be watching me at all through this. You can even turn off your camera if you don't want to be seen. And just so you know, if your camera is on, I'm not staring at you while you meditate and relax. I might be opening my eyes to check in on you, but really we're creating this sacred space where you can let go. So let's sit for a few moments. Find for now a nice tall spine with shoulders dropped away from your ears. Feel the roots of your body going down through the earth, helping you feel grounded and steady. Try to relax any tension that you're finding. Where do you tend to hold your tension? Is it in your jaw, your fingers, your brow, your belly? Even your buttocks can just release, and your tongue can fall off the roof of your mouth. And if you haven't yet noticed your body is breathing, without trying to change it, simply notice the rise and fall of your breath. Does your body or your breath feel tight, or does it feel open? Are there certain thoughts or emotions that are present? Simply acknowledge as much as possible without commenting or judging. Just notice. And stay with your breath. That you have chosen this time for practice is a beautiful act of self-care. That your body and mind receive that. That's what we're doing on the ground level right now, right here. And then please consider that on a global scale, your choice to stay with your family or yourselves at home right now, to take certain actions, to be really mindful on a global scale is global care. It's human care, life care. And we are all choosing these actions of care, of love together. So we can feel our shared intentions right here. Breathe softly for a few more moments like this. Now, you are welcome to keep your eyes closed. You can just listen and follow along. As you inhale, let your arms rise up over your head and feel that stretch through your fingertips. Feel what sensations that awakens. Take a full breath in right there again. Then as you exhale, twist to your right, taking your left hand to the outside of your right knee, turning your chin to the right, feeling that little squeeze around your spine. Stay for a couple of breaths. Maybe you're wringing out some tension or maybe some stiffness from doing a lot more sitting. Next inhale, come through center, lift your arms back up, stretch. Exhale, turn to your left, taking your right hand outside your knee, giving yourself a loving but purposeful little squeeze around your rib cage, going around your spine. One more time, inhale, come through the center, lifting your arms up overhead. And then exhale, bow forward, bringing your hands in front of you, letting your head move toward the floor as your hips snuggle backward. And you can wobble side to side a little bit here if you like. Again, notice how your movements might be changing your breathing. How your breathing changes how your body feels. With your next inhale, begin to rise up to sit. And then make sure there's nothing behind you right now. Go ahead and lie down on your back. You have pillows and other things nearby, but you don't need them for just a moment. Just lie down on your back and take a full body stretch on your back with your arms up over your head and your legs out long. Take an inhale right here. And as you exhale, pull your right knee into your belly. Give your right knee a hug. And then pull it across your body with your left hand, taking one more twist. Left hand pulls your right knee across. Right arm can go out to the right. Think of it as kind of wringing out anything that you can let go of, tension from your body, stories in your body. Draw your knee into the center, slide it out long. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale your left knee in. You know where you're going now. Pull it across gently. Pull your left arm out, tug where you need to be tugged on, or feel your body weight really falling into the floor. Good. Draw yourself back into the center, and this time draw both knees up into your belly. Feel your back pressing into the floor. Massage it, or to the bed if you're on a bed. Massage it gently from side to side. And then you're gonna rock on over to one side. Come up enough so that you can grab props. So you're gonna take at least one pillow, place it underneath your knees. You can play with these props to make yourself as comfortable as you want to get. So as you lie down on your back, your pillow will be underneath your knees so that your knees will be bent, draped over the pillow. And then you can have another pillow under your head. You can have a blanket on top of your body for warmth or for grounding. And if this takes a little bit of a schlep to get all your props, it's worth it. Go ahead and grab everything you want for this. I also often like to have a small towel or even like a shirt draped over my eyes, because when your eyes are relaxed, your nervous system quiets down even more and your body tends to relax even more. So I'll give you another minute or so to make sure that your body feels perfectly relaxed in this Shavasana. Your arms can be draped down by your sides or on your belly if you want that connection. If for any reason you're not comfortable on your back, go to your side. And if your eyes aren't closed, you can go ahead and close your eyes now. The next part of this Yoga Nidra is me speaking to you in Shavasana. And you kind of receiving and observing how these suggestions feel in your body and what happens. And just continually practicing letting go. Let's take a deep breath in all the way up to the top, filling up your lungs completely. And then let it out with a sigh, releasing tension as you do that. We'll do that 2 more times. Big breath in all the way up to the top. Fill up completely. And then exhale, like a waterfall, let it go down. One more time like that. Big breath in, all the way up. Hold gently at the top. Exhale, let it go. And now let your breath return to its own natural rhythm. Feel your whole body connected to the earth right now. Feel the weight of your body, as if your body is like a big package that you've been carrying around all day, and now you can set it down for a little while. You'll notice there's certain parts of your body that are heavier and certain parts that are lighter against the earth. And you can feel as if your front body is kind of sinking into your back body. The earth coming up to meet you. If at any point in the practice you feel lost or you need to shift, you can return to these basic steps to get grounded again. Feel the earth, let go, let your body breathe. Even in the moments of silence, we are here together. Keep coming back to your body and your breath. Now, Yoga Nidra has certain elements. And one of the elements that we always practice in Yoga Nidra is setting intention. The first thing we always say to ourselves, and you'll say this silently inside, is I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Say that silently inside. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. And your body receives this message. At this time, I'm going to take you through a body awareness or body relaxation journey. And you might, again, go in or out of it. Try to stay with me. Starting at the top of your head, bring all of your attention to the top of your head. Feel your scalp, your hair falling. Feel the top of your head and then your whole skull. We're not trying to move any parts of our body. We're not even trying to relax them necessarily, just noticing and trying to let go. Now feel your face. Feel your brow, your eyes, your eyeballs. Feel your nose, the tip of your nose. Feel your cheeks, your temples. Feel your ears and earlobes, your inner ears. Feel your mouth, lips, and tongue. Feel your chin and jaw. Feel your whole head and skull and face. Bring your awareness now to your neck and throat. Feel your neck and throat. Feel the top of your spine. Let your attention slide down into your shoulders. Feel your right shoulder and your left shoulder. Feel your right shoulder blade and your left shoulder blade. Let your awareness travel down your right arm. Feel your right upper arm, your right elbow, your right lower arm, your right hand and fingers. And again, notice what you feel. You may feel something, you may feel nothing at all. Imagine you're sliding your awareness down your whole right arm now. Now feel your left upper arm, your left elbow, your left lower arm, your left hand and fingers. Slide your attention all the way down your left arm. Feel both of your arms, both of your hands, and all of your fingers. Bring your awareness to your chest. Feel your chest, collarbones, sternum, your heart beating inside. You may get a sense of your heartbeat. This pulsing life inside of you. Feel your upper back, your upper spine. Travel down into your ribs. Feel your ribs on your right and left side. They wrap all the way around your body. Feel the movement of breath, your lungs inflating and deflating inside of your rib cage. Feel your solar plexus at the base of your rib cage. Feel your diaphragm, your breathing muscle moving as you breathe. Feel your belly, all your organs inside, again, wrapping front, side, and back. Intestines, kidneys, liver, all of those vital organs that we forget to thank every day. Feel what's going on in there. Constantly shifting. Feel your middle back into your lower back. Travel down into your pelvis. Feel your pelvic organs. Feel your whole pelvic bowl at the bottom of your torso. Feel your buttocks. Feel your genitals and groins at the base of your body. And then once more, we travel down. Feel your right leg, upper leg, right knee, right lower leg, right foot, and all of your toes. travel your awareness, slide it down your right leg, all the way down to your toes. Feel your left leg, your left upper leg, your left knee, your left lower leg, your left foot and toes. Travel all the way down your left leg. Feel both your legs, feel the soles of your feet. Feel the distance, the breadth between the soles of your feet and the top of your head. Feel your whole body now. I am practicing yoga nidra. I am relaxed and awake. Yoga Nidra asks us to travel through the layers of ourselves. Doing this kind of practice, of course, we feel our physical body, but we also feel our breath. We feel maybe energy in the sense of warmth or pulsation or humming of some kind of movement. That's energy. And we may even travel through the layers of mind and spirit. Right now, our world is going through a huge transformation. Also going through a lot of stress and grief and suffering, loneliness, but also joy, wonder, curiosity, care, and compassion. All of these mind and emotional states exist within us. And perhaps now they are even more obvious because of what we're going through. To access our state of higher consciousness of mind, we're going to travel on a visualization journey right now. When I was thinking about being isolated, I remembered a documentary that my daughter and I watched recently called A Year in Space, about the astronauts who lived for a year on the space station. And of course, they were doing a very specific mission in a very specific way, and so are we. And so I thought it would be helpful for us to have that kind of vision for a little while. In this visualization, we're going to travel to space. And so first we want to feel our body right here on the ground. Feel your body that you just explored connected to the earth. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am relaxed and awake. And then using your mind's eye, using your imagination, imagine that you could float out of your physical body while remaining very much grounded, maybe to the ceiling of the room you're in right now. And you could be kind of on the ceiling looking down at your body. And you have those two views, the ground level and also seeing yourself from above. If this feels strange or foreign, it's okay, just breathe through it. Now imagine that the ceiling of your room could fade away and you could float a little bit higher. Maybe you can float over your house or your apartment or whatever building you're currently in. And without the roof, you could look down and see inside. And you see this body lying in this peaceful room. And you continue to float. And you float a little bit higher, and maybe now you're above the street where you live. Maybe you can float up above the town or the city in which you live. And now you have a different perspective. Maybe the grid of the streets, the arrangement of the houses. Maybe you see parks or larger buildings or even skyscrapers, lights on, lights off. Maybe not so many cars moving now. Float up a little higher, and maybe you're above the country, the continent, and you lose sight of that body lying in that house. You might lose sight of that house or that street. You have a bigger perspective of a larger area that you are caring for right now, that you are seeing. And maybe now you are floating as high as the space station. And you look down and you see the entire planet floating in outer space. You see how beautiful. Every astronaut who has been to space just remarks how breathtaking it is to see the Earth all aglow with its beautiful blue and white and green. And when you look from above, you no longer see any separation. You no longer see any sickness. You no longer see any fighting or fear, just this beautiful living being to be cared for. Hang out in space for a little while, looking down at the Earth. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. They asked one of the astronauts, a number of the astronauts actually, their advice for us as we live in this period of isolation. Those who had spent months, years in outer space. And one astronaut said that she was able to endure it because she knew she had a higher mission. As you lie here peacefully in this act of self-care, as you visualize looking down at our Earth, know you too have this mission. We are caring for each other. Now, begin your journey back home. Start to gently float down from space. You'll get closer to the Earth. You'll begin to distinguish the shapes of the land and the oceans. Maybe you'll find your particular country or continent, your state and city or town. You'll continue to gently glide down as if on a balloon or parachute to find your street, your house or apartment where you are resting. The roof is gone, the ceiling is open, so you just float right down and you see the body that is your body resting peacefully here. And you can just slide down and re-enter that feeling of groundedness against the earth. Feel again your body against the earth. You can continue this zoom from above into the depths of your own being. From your body, zoom even deeper to the center of you, wherever you imagine that to be. It could be your heart, it could be your gut, wherever your center is. Go ahead and find that place. And then as you hang out in that center, as if you're kind of entering a temple, allow what we call sankalpa to arise. And that is an internal, a personal intention. We say sankalpa in a very specific way. We say it in the affirmative. In other words, from our heart, we don't say, I wish we were all healthy, or I wish we were all happy, or I wish I was at peace. We say it in the affirmative. I am at peace. We are all well. I can care for everyone. Whatever you want to say, in the affirmative, find your sankalpa now in the center of you. Say it silently to yourself now, 3 times in a row. Say your sankalpa. After you've said it 3 times, you can let it go. And once more, feel your body breathing. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. My teacher says that that aerial perspective that we tried out together tonight, that bird's eye view, can be considered universal consciousness. For some of us, that might mean God or love or just everything or nothingness. The last part of this Nidra practice involves allowing for this big mind to be present for a little while, whatever that means to you. You could even ask yourself, who is it that is seeing this, that is feeling this? Or what is the space in which this is all happening? Can I surrender to that space for a little while? Can I allow this love to hold us all? Imagine for these next few moments silently that you are held as if in a mother's embrace, as if in a gigantic palm, resting there. And we are all here together. We'll be silent for a few minutes now. Just rest. Feeling your body against the floor, hearing the sound of my voice. I am practicing Yoga Nidra, relaxed and awake. Take a moment now to feel all of those layers of you, physical, energetic, mental and emotional and spiritual, all right here in this moment. See how present you can be with all of it. Maybe taking a little bit of a deeper breath, feeling it move through your body. Once more, remember the sankalpa you mentioned to yourself a little while ago. Repeating this intention, this higher mission, if you will, is powerful. So once more, say your sankalpa inside silently. Feel what it feels like when you say that. Know that you can come back to it anytime you want. And anytime that you get lost or reactive to whatever is going on this ground level experience that we're going through, you can come back to it. You can go back to that aerial perspective again. It is always available to you. For now, just take a few moments to deepen your breath as you lie here. Imagining your breath is running all the way up from the top of your head down to your toes and back up again, clearing you completely. On your next inhale, you can slowly begin to stretch your arms back up over your head. Just feel your body reawakening with sensation again as you reach through your fingers and reach through your toes. It might make you take a deeper breath or a yawn. Very slowly bring your knees up and tip on over to a fetal position on one side. And just hang out on your fetal position for a little while. You want to see how long we can maintain this quieter state of being. And so we want to make sure that we move really slowly on our way back. Just noticing your breath here in fetal. Good. In a few moments, you might be ready to just drift off to sleep. You might already be in bed. But for now, we're going to come up and sit together for a few more moments. So when you're ready, you'll slowly press yourself up to sit. And you might wrap your blanket around your shoulders, sit on your cushion again. Take a few moments to get really comfortable. And then we're going to sit in a cross-legged meditation position again, finding our tall spine. And you can keep your eyes closed for a few more moments, stay inside. See if you can find a rhythm of breath in and out through your nose. Our breath has the function of being able to simultaneously awaken us and relax us. Every inhale awakens, every exhale softens. Feel where you've chosen to rest your hands. In a moment, we're going to practice what's called metta, or loving kindness for the world. It's that mission that I talked about earlier. But first, I'd like to read a poem that I literally just opened my book to today, which is just so perfect for just this. This is from a Sufi poet by the name of Hafiz, written thousands of years ago. This is a recent translation. And the poem is entitled, She Responded. The birds' favorite songs you do not hear, for their most flamboyant music takes place where their wings are stretched above the trees, and they are smoking the opium of pure freedom. It is healthy for the prisoner to have faith that one day he will again move about wherever he wants, feel the wondrous grit of life less structured, find all the wounds, debts, stamped, canceled, paid. I once asked a bird, how is it that you fly in this gravity of darkness? She responded, love lifts me. Love lifts me. Please sit up tall, feel lifted inside. Gather your hands together at your heart, palm to palm. Perhaps if you have your video off and you're not asleep and you'd like to join us, you can turn it back on. And then reclose your eyes, and we'll end with metta, with loving kindness. You can say this silently inside. May all beings everywhere be well. May all beings everywhere be peaceful. May all beings everywhere be free of suffering. May all beings everywhere feel loved. If it was helpful, once more, imagine that beautiful blue ball in the sky and rain down these metta intentions, these loving kindness intentions. May all beings everywhere be well. May all beings everywhere be peaceful. May all beings everywhere be free of suffering. May all beings everywhere feel loved. Please repeat that inside silently one more time, or put it in your own words. Feel the love lifting you, flowing from you. thank you for taking on this higher mission. Thank you for joining us in this practice tonight. Together, we'll take a deep breath in, fill all the way up, and we'll let that breath go. Lisa will unmute everyone now, and we'll share a single Om together to close our practice, the pure sound of love and good energy. Everyone take a deep breath in. Namaste.
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 It's weird again. Was the sound weird throughout?
No, it's just because everyone.
The grumpy is finally voice.
Can't hear anybody.
Say hi, Lisa.
Since I can't hear everybody. Hey, Lise, can you mute everybody for a sec? Can you mute everybody for a sec? You mute everybody. Okay, so I just want to say again, thank you for coming. I couldn't hear anybody, so if you'd like to share your thoughts or anything with the group, I'll stay on for a little